The federal unemployment rate declined to 13.3% in May from 14.7% in April, the Labor Department said Friday, a surprising turnaround after months of job losses that was hailed as a sign that the economy is recovering more quickly than projected. The economy gained 2.5 million jobs in May as many states and counties began to reopen with the slowing of coronavirus cases nationwide. Yet the 30 million workers who are still collecting unemployment benefits show how significantly the labor market has been upended. The unemployment rate remains the worst since World War II. The idea you would see job gains and the unemployment rate falling was not something really that people were expecting, said Jay Shambaugh, an economist at the Brookings Institution. But a 13.3% unemployment rate is higher than any point in the Great Recession. It represents massive joblessness and economic pain. You need a lot of months of gains around this level to get back to the kind of jobs totals we used to have. Some of the sectors that have been hit hardest by the crisis saw the biggest gains in May. The upswing in restaurants, bars and other food service employment accounted for about half the gains, after steep declines the previous 2 months. Employment in leisure and hospitality increased by 1.2 million. Construction employment increased by 464,000. And the healthcare industry also recovered 312,000 jobs between April and May. Kate Bahn, an economist at the Washington Center for Equitable Growth, said that the numbers were a sign that the recession would not be as severe as some forecasts had projected, but she cautioned against assuming the economy had turned the corner. Even if it is unexpected, we still have a really high unemployment rate, she said. We're certainly not in a recovery yet. Even while the impact to businesses most affected by the coronavirus begins to lessen, other economic pain has begun to filter through other sectors of the economy, Bahn said. We're starting to see the spillover effects of the recession, broader, more evenly distributed impacts, she said. A substantial portion of the growth in May, about 2/5, was driven by part-time jobs, an indication of how fragile and uneven the recovery could be. Economists agree that getting back to normal will take longer and be more challenging than recessions of the past. Of particular concern to economists as the country has seen an outburst of protests about racism, Black Americans saw their unemployment rate, already higher than white people, increase. Whereas the unemployment rate for white people went down from 14.2% to 12.4%, the unemployment rate for blacks ticked up, from 16.7% to 16.8%. Asian Americans saw their unemployment rate rise too, from 14.5% to 15%. Hispanic unemployment dropped from 18.9% to 17.6%.